Rose. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your patience. It's been turbulent, it's been exhausting. I have been traveling a lot, so the past, I think I missed 3 weeks actually, to record the Moon Day messages. And I'm so grateful that you're still here. Thank you for your constant support. I had to come to Germany also because I made the decision to leave Bali, but also because of some family issues. I'm here right now in my hometown to support a family member through a cancer treatment. So there was a lot of energy that I had to hold where there was just no space to record these messages and no capacity to find the time to record these messages. So I'm so grateful for you to still be here. Thank you for your support. Thank you for sharing, liking, commenting. It helps so much. My goal is still to reach 100 subscribers, and I think we're only around maybe 15 subscribers away from that within this year. I would love to reach more than that within this year, but that is at least the goal that I want to reach. So thank you for helping me making that happen. Okay, let's get into it. The energy is very pivotal right now. I know that the eclipses have been a lot for everyone. I felt it. Everyone that I'm talking to, they feel it as well. It's been very intense. It's been a lot of tears, a lot of disruptions, a lot of energy that asked us to really look at stuff that we have been ignoring for a while. The axis of this eclipse was on Aries and Libra. Aries is a more so selfish fire sign. It's the kid of the zodiac because it's the first zodiac sign in the wheel. So it's impulsive. It's, like going for what you want without thinking of others. These are all negative traits. Obviously, there are also positive traits to it, which are actually the same ones, but looking at it from a different perspective of just seeing it as I'm going to fill my cup first before I help others. I'm going to look out for myself first before I, support others, because you can't give out of an empty cup. So it's not all negative, but it can be sometimes a little bit too fiery when it comes to Aries. And the Libra is all about community. The Libra is all about balance. The Libra is all about thinking of others first, then thinking about yourself. Not necessarily, but at least thinking of others as well. But the negative trait there would be people pleasing and really do thinking of others first before thinking of oneself. So that's why that is exactly that axis, and that is the eclipse that we have been going through for the past 1.5 to 2 years. And the eclipses that we have been going through in the past 2 to 3 months were the portals that were closing out that energy, and we're moving away from Libra and more to Aries. So more thinking of oneself first, more looking out for what it is that I want to do so I can be part of society, so I can, learn myself first before I can support others, because then I can support them in the best way possible because I know who I am. And that is the theme in general that we are moving into when it comes to society, when it comes to humanity, also based on the human design shift that we're moving into in February 2027, which is closing out a over 400-year-old cycle. We are still in the energy called the cross of planning, which is very masculine energy, which is very much looking for authority outside of ourselves to make decisions for ourselves instead of doing our own research, thinking for ourselves, making decisions for ourselves. And we are moving into the cross of the sleeping phoenix, which will happen within that shift in 2027 February, where it is moving from the head center into the solar plexus center, which is still masculine energy, but it is a different way of navigating that energy, because the solar plexus is about courage. It is about believing in oneself. It is about having the strength to go for what you want. So it is much more from the community thinking and letting others decide for us to what do I want, what do I need. So everything, astrology, human design, numerology, everything is pointing towards that kind of energy. And in order for you to be able to listen to yourself and make the decisions based on who you are, you have to know yourself. You have to understand who you are. You have to understand what it is that you want. You have to understand what your strengths are and what it is that you are here for. And in order to make that happen, you have to tend to your nervous system first. And everyone that is following me for a while knows that that is exactly my journey. That is my vision. That is my mission, to help people to come to themselves and be their most authentic versions of themselves by tending to their nervous system first, to like realize and understand what it is that needs healing first, what it is that is blocking me from understanding who I am, so I can be the best version of myself and therefore be the part of society that I was always meant to be. So if you are interested, I have one-on-one coaching spots open, but I also have a group coaching coming up with a much lower price point starting in November. And there is still space for you if you want to join us. There are possibilities to pay in installments via Klarna, even up to paying only, I don't know, $20-$30 a month. It is all possible. So there's really no excuse. If you want to change something in your life, you can do that by paying $20 a month for a while to be part of this. So let me know if that's something that interests you. I would love to have you. And it is time. That's just really the energy that's coming through as well. So let's get into it. We are, or the sun moved into gate of values number 50, which is still valid until this Friday. And then we are moving into gate of the game player, which is the gate 28. But the gate 50 that we're still in, gate of values, is in the spleen center. It is about nurturing, it is about responsibility, it is about establishment and maintenance of values, specifically in our personal relationships, but also stretched out into our community. So family, friends, like what is it that you can do for your family? What is tied to responsibilities that you have when it comes to your family and your community? And how can you establish and maintain these values that are connected to these responsibilities? It's really much like a lot around moral and ethical standards and the decision making based on that. And then nurturing your environment so that you can create a safe environment and everyone in that environment feels cared for. And it's very interesting. I always have to chuckle of like how aligned the energies are when you are more aligned with yourself. I did not know before I started coming on here to record that video that was the gate, and I am right here right now to nurture a family member in that tough time. And that is exactly what it is. It is a responsibility that I feel deep down within myself, and it is part of my values and how I see it. So creating that safe space and caring for that family member is something that I want to do, even though it is very challenging, because it is very hurtful to see someone being in pain. It is very hurtful to see someone suffering, specifically someone that you love and that is so close to you. So it's just really aligned. When you are aligned with yourself and you really work on yourself and being the most authentic version of yourself, you by default align with the energy around you. And it's always interesting to see when that happens. Then we are moving into gate 28 on Friday, the gate of the game player. Here it is about challenge, risk taking, the meaning of life struggles, like asking yourself the right questions when it comes to the struggles that you're going through. Why are the struggles there? What is it trying to tell me? What is it here for me to understand more about myself? And it is also about opportunities for growth, because this is really how we grow. We grow when we are being stretched into being more of ourselves, and that usually is uncomfortable. That usually is connected to things that you have never been doing before, and it is scary, and it is uncomfortable, and it is challenging. But this is there for you to find your purpose and your fulfillment. That risk-taking behavior and you confronting your fears, that helps you to test your strength. It helps you to resolve your challenges, and it is also about your commitment to your life path. So it is really about these challenges come into your life to help you realize that the life path that you chose or that you don't know yet that you want to walk on is there for you to figure out through these challenges. When you go through challenges, you usually are confronted with things that you have not been dealing with prior to that point. And that usually unfolds things that you did not know about yourself or about your life path. So, not being afraid to face challenging situations is one of the quickest ways of growth. Doing the things you feel resistance to is the quickest path to growth. That is one of the sentences and reminders that I use in my coaching, because people in my coaching do come to points where they feel challenged and they don't know if they want to continue, not the coaching itself, but if they don't know if they want to do the homework in that very moment. And this is why I have the reminder in every week's call to tell them, when you do the things you feel resistance to, this is when you're actually growing. This is when you're actually getting closer to the person that you want to be and getting closer to the outcome that you want to have for your life. And that energy is very much exactly the energy that we're going through this week. What else came through when I was channeling for you guys was stand up and fight for what's right. Fight for what's yours. That is what came up. Stand up and fight for what's yours. So it might be actually connected for some of you when it comes to your life path and, someone challenging that or questioning that. What I heard was be ready. There might be difficult conversations that come up in your work environment, or it might be within family. Because what else came through is that people around you, specifically family or loved ones, will challenge your way of thinking and living, and you have to hold strong and hold your vision. This is also part of the challenges that we have to overcome to really allow ourselves to commit to the life path that we have chosen. If you are not quite there yet and you don't know yet what your life path is, you will challenge yourself. You don't need anybody else to challenge you, because you will feel depression, you will cry, you will have a challenging time, because your soul is revolting against your ego making the decision to not changing your life. And then that really just means you don't even need anybody outside of yourself to challenge yourself, because you are your biggest challenge. Another thing that came through is find your inner strength and guidance, or get help. If you are not capable of doing it yourself at this point, that's fine. I was there once. I have so many people in my coaching that said, like, I needed the help, and I'm grateful that I found you, because it is easier that way, and it is more the path is more accelerated to the outcome that they want to achieve. There is no shame in asking for help. There is no shame in paying for help even. And if you have trouble paying because the financial commitment is big for you, that's why so many other people that work in that field, me included, we do offer installments. We want to help you. We want to make it as accessible as possible. So, like said in the beginning, you can have coaching with me as low as $20 a month. Like, it is possible to make that happen, but it is a commitment that you have to, do. Most of the time, what I feel like is that people hide behind the financial commitment and actually don't want to take that step because they don't allow themselves to be committed to that change and to that work that is involved in that. But that's the only way. I can only hold your hand and show you the way, but you have to walk it, right? So hiding behind the financial issue or the financial aspect of that is not going to help you in the long run, okay? So if that is you, I don't know why that came up, but like I feel like I needed to say that and share that with you. So if that resonates, that message might have actually been for you. Okay, what else came through is that it's time. You have to hold your vision. These challenges are here to prepare you to be able to hold the energy for your future blessings. Blessings are also high in energy. Blessings are not just going to make you feel amazing and happy. Blessings are also challenging you. Blessings can also bring anxiety, because there is not just the fear of failure, there is the fear of success, there is the fear of fame, there is the fear of recognition, there is the fear of being seen. Because You have to be your authentic version of yourself, and you have to feel confident enough within yourself to hold that energy. So these challenges that you're being faced with right now are there for you to prepare you and stretch you into being capable of holding that energy that your blessing is going to bring in. Okay? What came through for you to know that this message is for you, everyone that is watching this, if you are watching it right away or a week later or even in a month from now, this message will be for you. But there will be even more an emphasis for you if you see 777, 888, or 444, or blue leaves, or a hurricane-like symbol or a spiral, okay? So if you see these symbols, if you see blue leaves, 777, 888, 444, or a spiral or a hurricane-like symbol, that message is even more so for you. That is just a reminder of how the universe wants to help you to understand through symbols and numbers and signs and people and conversations that it has your back, that it is there to show you, I'm giving you signs, I'm helping you through these challenges. Okay, so keep your eyes peeled to see if you see one of these symbols. Okay, let's get into what the cards have to say. Okay, Spirit, what is it that we have to know? How do you want to confirm these messages or give me and us more insight of what it is that the community needs to know for this week? What do we have to know right now, Spirit? Cards already coming out. What is it that we have to know? What else is it that we have to know, Spirit? Is there something else? One more card is what I'm hearing. There we go. Is that it? Yes. Okay. Okay, the first card that came out is movement. If you felt stagnant lately, now know that this is about to change. There will be change in your life soon. Movement towards the next step, the next level, the next goal. You were patient and worked on yourself in recurring patterns. Know that your guides acknowledge it all with forward movement now. Okay? And then the next thing is very interesting that came out right after that is you are being asked to take action now. Whatever it is that you are lingering on, we are seeing our manifestations we are setting our manifestations in motion through action taking. The time is now. Whatever it is that you want to come to fruition is what needs your attention and physical action right now. Do not shy away from potential responsibilities during that time frame. This opportunity wouldn't have presented itself if you weren't ready. Go take your life into your own hands. Desert. Okay? So the movement will come when you take that action. The movement will come when you do the things that you feel resistance to. This is where the growth happens. That's exactly what I said before. It's a very, specifically because it also talked about responsibilities. This is exactly the time that we are moving into as from Friday. Okay? So very confirming cards right here for the messages that already came through. And the next card is fantasy. You love to daydream, being in a fantasy you create in your head and heart. This is your way of visualizing whatever it is you want to magnetize into your life. Understand that this energy is extremely potent right now and should be practiced daily. Trust that whatever it is you are fantasizing about should be your focus at the moment. Understand that your dreams, while you are visualizing them during this time, are already put in motion to come into existence. That is a beautiful message. It's a beautiful message. Like, you have to take action for the movement to happen and hold your vision. That's also what, like, that sentence came through in my channeling, hold your vision. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have the generator. Generator energy. Your uplifting spirit is what influences the people around you. When you follow your joy, you will inspire others to do the same. That is all that Spirit asks of you at the moment. Enjoy your life and inspire others in doing so. What lights you up, what excites you, if you are just thinking about it, do exactly that today and see how this impacts everyone around you just as much as your own life. So the card on the bottom of the deck is the overall energy and the outcome of the overall energy. So when you take that action that you have been avoiding, movement will happen. If you hold your vision doing so, that vision will come into fruition, and then you will be able to do this and stay in your joy and create more of that energy. It is really like the biggest thing that you are being asked right now to start that cycle is taking action. Do the things you feel resistance to. That is really what it is. I love that saying because I have been a big avoider of doing the things that I know will help me to get to the next level because it is uncomfortable, because it is challenging, because it asks us to do things that we don't feel ready for, and all of these things. I know exactly how you feel like. That is still a thing for me sometimes, but I now have my tools and know how to overcome it because I have been doing it so many times, and I know for a fact of how it quickly it can change my life when I just allow myself to move through that temporary discomfort and create a life that I want instead of staying in that safe space and in that comfort zone and create a lifetime of discomfort. Because that is really what it is. If you just challenge yourself and allow yourself to do the things you feel resistance to in the moment, it will be only temporarily uncomfortable. But when you stay where you are, where it feels safe and comfortable, eventually you will get depressed because you do not allow your body, your person, your avatar, your personality to do what your soul came here to do. So your soul will knock on the walls inside of your body, making you feel uncomfortable to help you understand that it's time to change. That's really what it is. So I really want to encourage you to allow yourself to move through these things. And if you again need help, this is exactly what I do in my one-on-one coaching with my clients. And I would love for you to be part of this, or if you want to not commit to a high ticket price offer, then the group coaching is a much lower price point. And we are doing the same thing. You will not have exclusive access to me in the group coaching as you would in the one-on-one, but it is the same agenda. It is the same techniques. It will obviously not be 100% the same because we are not able to really go into your personal stuff so much. But I have seen so many incredible changes in people in the group coaching as well. It is a very beautiful way of receiving the help that you might need to change your life. Okay, so this is what we're dealing with this week. Allow yourself to stand up for yourself, hold your vision, face these challenges, and you're going to come out on the other side and create a life that you deserve and that you want and that your soul came here to live. Okay, so thank you for being here. I'm grateful for your support. I really am. I know I have not been showing up the way I wanted to show up, but I'm back now, and I continuously challenge myself to show up for you every week, even though sometimes I don't feel like it. So it's the same. I'm going through eclipse season just as much as you are, and dealing with my stuff and now family stuff on top of that. And I'm still trying to show up, and today was the day where it happened. So I'm grateful for you to still be here and support me in this journey, receiving your messages. And I would be so incredibly grateful if you would share this video with your friends and loved ones and families and communities, your followers on Instagram or whatever, to help me reach the 100 subscribers and more. And yeah, let's usher in the new earth. It's time. It's time for you to be you. It's time for you to stand up for yourself. It's time for you to fill your cup with what you really truly want. And in order to figure out what that is, you have to tend to your nervous system and take the steps and the action steps. Okay? I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I see you next week.